Alright, I'm going to do a quick lesson today on some of the other features within your user account. And specifically, I'm going to show you how to create an article. One of the important things about this network that we're creating is we're allowing individuals to share their individual news from their clubs. Anything you want to talk about aviation related, you're going to be able to submit an article to mainflying.com to share with others. So what I've done is I've written a short article, and we'll go ahead and plan on sharing that with everyone. And while I do that, I want to show you how I do it. So the first step with everything is obviously to log into your account. If you haven't registered for an account yet, you'll be given the option to go ahead and create that account. So I'll go ahead and use my login. If I haven't created an account yet, you can simply do it right here, and then I'll log in. So now we're in our profile section, and you need to actually request. Like if you want to be a subscriber, if you want to provide original content, right now the way this is set up is you're going to have to request to have that access. So once you have that access, you'll be able to come to the website, and your profile name will be up here at the top, and you can go view your profile information over here. But on the left hand side up here in the corner, you're going to see a little feature that says main flying and then dashboard. So you select the dashboard. Once again, it'll bring up, you'll have access depending on your level of access to the site. We're going to make you an author. You'll have the access to this little pin here. It says posts, all posts, or add new. And what we would be doing is adding a new post. Now you can enter the name of the title here. You can add media, which would be adding pictures. There's the actual Word section in here where you actually type it in with your normal interface that you'd expect from a Microsoft Word document, with all kinds of features along the top here. And I'll go through and I'll actually post this article that I have here, and I'll copy and paste, and we'll go through the whole thing so that you can see kind of how this works. So what I've done is I've written the article on a separate page. So I'm going to go to my Word document, and here's the actual body of the text. So I'm just going to copy all of this content that I've already typed up outside of the actual program. I'm just going to copy it, go back to this other page, and I'm going to paste it in here. So now all my content is in here right now. So I'm just going to add a title for it, and I'm going to call it Social Flight. And that'll be the title section. And then I can come in here and make changes if I want, like Social Flight. If I want to go ahead and highlight this right here, I can go up here and add a link to it. So insert edit link, I can add that. And the website would actually be socialflight.com. So I can add that link in there, and now that'll show up as a link that is selectable in there. If there's anything else in here that you want that's selectable, like if I had my mini website for Grignon's Field in here, I could highlight that and add the link for it. So if someone else was interested in anything with that, they could come in here and you can insert, add a link, and then you can go in here and add the link for that, which I'll do here in a second. So that's now highlighted. So I'll come up in here, insert link, and I'll just paste this in. I copied this link from the directory. So what this will do now is I'll add this link. That'll show up as a hyperlink, and you'll be able to select that, and it'll take us to our aviation directory where we have information on the airfield. So this is the basic body of the article for italics, and I could bold it even if I wanted to, just like you'd expect. There's you can put some quotes. You can put a horizontal line to separate information. Sometimes people will do that. Like I could put a horizontal line in here just to kind of dress it up. And it also, there's another feature here, read more tag, which basically if you have a long body of text, I can take this out and I can go in here and put a horizontal line, insert read more tag, excuse me. Now what this does is it'll add into the page, you'll only see this first part of the article, and it'll say read more, and then when you click that, it'll expand your article so you can see more in there. So another feature that you can have on here is adding images. We already talked a little bit about that, but I'll go ahead and do that. So add media. So I'll select add media, and I need to upload files, so I'll select files. And on my desktop I already have a folder for Social Flight that I started for this article. So what I did is I took a bunch of screenshots. So I'm just going to select all those, hit open, and now it's going to upload all those files. So those are now in the library. You could change the title if you wanted to. I could call it just Social Flight. Fat fingers. And that would rename them all. So, and it's got the URL in there. If you want to share the URL for just the picture, I can add a caption. Some other things I can do. I can edit the size of the image. I can change the alignment, but I'll go ahead and insert those into the post. So now here's all the photos. So those will show up in my article. And how I want them to display in there, I can even go further and select the actual picture. And there's an option up at the top left hand of the picture where you can make edits again on that. You can change the size. I can center it up if I want to. I can update that. So now see how it puts it in the center. I can do that for all these, or I can just leave it as is. So right up here, you can barely see it's a little pencil mark, and you click on that, and it'll set that up for you. So I can put all those screenshots from the actual app in here. If I don't like that, I can come in and actually highlight them all. If I don't want them in that position maybe, or I don't want them all there, I'll highlight maybe these, and you can cut them out. And right now this is set up to wrap around the image. So I can clean that up a little bit. And I can put some more image, maybe I'll just put all my images down at the bottom because I don't want them all crowding up in the article. So I'll just paste those in there, and now all those images are down here below. So you can look at your article. If you like the way it looks, there's a few more options that we can do. We can come over here and we want to say where we want it to go, and I'm going to call this Maine Aviation News because it's an original content article. And I can maybe add my tags, which are helping the search engines as far as finding your article. Just items tags in here would be items that are of interest to the article that somebody might search and look for. So some of the things that maybe we wrote about in here. So I'm just adding just the basic items that we are kind of encompassing of this. So, and then I'll hit add those tags, and those will add those in there. And pretty much you should always try to set a featured image in here. So I'll go ahead and find one of these images, and I'm going to select this one as a featured image, and that'll help out. It'll give it a little bit more eye-catching notice on the article itself because it sets up a featured image. So that's pretty much it. So I can hit this preview button up here and take a look at it, and this is what it looks like now. So it's pretty much everything that you'd expect that we had talked about. I've got all my images down here at the bottom, and it's got all my content. If I don't like it, I can go back and edit it, but I'm happy with that, so I can hit publish. And there's options that you can do in here. You can save it if you want to work on it later, and I can also edit a time and say I don't want to publish it immediately. I want to maybe let it release. So if you're someone who's going to write a lot but you don't want to publish everything at once, you could write an article and then set the time on when you want it to actually publish. So here's the date information in here. So I can actually say what time. So it's this 9th month, September, on the 7th of 2014, and I want this to publish later today. So I'll say 13/20. So I'll hit that, and now this is changed from publish to schedule. So I'll hit the schedule button, and now that'll automatically post to the website at that time. So once again, this is a little bit more advanced, and this is targeted towards people that are more likely to participate in a formal setting as far as sharing aviation content within the state of Maine. So if you're somebody with a club or another organization that you write newsletters for your club or organization, or your airfield possibly, that's the type of person we're targeting for this. Or if you have a special interest, whether it be mechanical, home kit building, ultralights, or whatever, and you want to write on that topic, those are the people that we're looking for to become authors, and we'll add you so you'll have these settings so you can help contribute to maineflying.com. Thanks again. And as always, if you have any questions, you can visit our forum. There are frequently asked questions on this topic and others. Thanks. And then I'll go to the next, which is preview listing and payment. So right now it's got your listing title. You can review all your information, make sure your website's correct, your information's correct. And this is pretty much how it'll look. You can see up at the top how it's scrolling through the pictures that we just uploaded. Location map is on there. And you can now go ahead and go back and change it if you want to, or check out and publish, which I'll go ahead and do a checkout and publish. Thank you. Your listing has been successfully submitted. And now you can see in here saying thank you, and it has been successfully submitted pending approval from the administrator.